Happy Monday. Oh, I think I did it right. What is the name of this? Maybe I should fucking redo it. Stupido. Okay, there we go. Better. Oh, how are we doing? How are we doing, bright blue world? Oh, what we're gonna do there yet? I'm gonna have to go. How are we doing, guys? Happy Monday. What an albatross of a day, huh? Pretty beautiful out in Vegas right now. It's pretty damn beautiful. Sinking ship. How's everybody else doing? Small slate. Is anybody going to take a bit of Royals before the game starts? I'm so damn tempted, but I don't. I took a teeny bit last night after the podcast because me and Rez went through the entire slate on the podcast last night for today. Beat line movement on basically every single game, so that's good. But I don't know. In terms of what I'm really laying money on, unless the Jays price gets a lot better, I have the Astros. I have a teeny bit of Orioles, but I don't even know if that should be on the board. The Marlins is out of range for me with how good Gallen's playing. I guess I can see I lean White Sox as fucked up as it is. I'll just go down with that ship. It was nicer yesterday at minus 120, obviously, but anywhere like minus 130 is fine. I would probably take it. D's cards nerfy. So the Diamondbacks nerfy makes a lot of sense. The Royals Cardinals one's interesting. What is weather looking like in today? They will turn it around, but may take a while. Yeah. So wind shouldn't be too bad. Whatever. Maybe the end of the game. Grinky Mats. I'm a little worried about Mats getting hit, to be completely honest. But, I don't. There's worse things. This Angels White Sox game is awesome. This is an electric game. Oh, whiteboard's backwards. Sorry. There's not much on it. I mean, we could talk about NBA and stuff too, but I mean, there's an awesome pitchers matchup between Sandoval and Cease. I mean, Sandoval has legit Jacob deGrom peripherals right now. Patrick Sandoval is out of his mind. But the White Sox, haven't been able to do much well, but they've been able to hit lefties. That's the one thing. They're second in the league versus lefties. Lefties going to Cellular Field for years now have had problems. Patrick Sandoval, can you do it? Are the White Sox this freaking bad? We spent a lot of time actually talking about how real the Angels are on the podcast last night. I think they're reasonably real. Mavs +5, Heat -7. I can do Heat -7. I wouldn't want the Mavs +5, Ethan. I'd rather, first of all, if you're taking the Mavs, get better than +5. There's 6s in the market. There's 5.5s. There's all kinds of things. Don't take 5. Secondly, I would take the Mavs money line. If you really hope they're going to win, I just have a hard time with the Mavs in this series. They don't have we've talked about it before, but the perimeter defense just isn't there for me. Against Booker and Chris Paul, maybe you can guard Chris Paul, but Booker's going to be tough to guard. They just don't have perimeter defense. They just don't have sufficient. Dorian Finney-Smith is the only confident defender on the team. That's tough for me. Philly's not winning that game. Maybe they cover. They're not winning that basketball game. I don't know. I don't like the groove the Phillies in the playoffs. I don't like James Harden loafing around. Embiid's out, right? So, yeah, what are they going to do? What are you going to do? What up, Jared M? How are you, brother? Yeah, I just don't want the Philly points. Like maybe 7.5's a lot in a playoff game. I agree with you there. Ethan, sorry, I don't do hockey. Nerfy cards, Royals. Man, you just want a quick one off the board, eh, Rip the Bros? I don't know. I don't really trust Steven Matz, to be completely honest. The Royals have a weird thing where they hit good lefties. They've had it for years. I don't know what it is, but the righty, like if you look at their lineup, Lopez and Benintendi should probably be able to hit both sides, and then it's mostly righties from there. I don't know. I really want to take the Royals, like really bad. It just doesn't feel like it's probably the optimal move on at the moment. I have a new baseball system, bro. It's 33-9 and foolproof. Well, 42 sample. I wouldn't go throwing that in the foolproof bucket, but what is it, bud? Let's hear it. It's a good start. 60% win rate for a team covering first game. Star player is out. Yeah, you want this first game star player is out. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you get value considering the star player is out. I like taking games when the star player is out or fading them the first game back in when they have to work them back in. But Embiid's been out for a game? No. Do you do any – what's up, Beach Easy? How are you? Do you do any futures? I have a Warriors future. I have them to win this series. I have them to win the – I took plus 900 or whatever it was before I gave that out. Yeah, I have the Warriors. I think the Warriors are going to win the championship. That's the future I have right now. I don't think I have any other futures outstanding. Oh, and I have some like baseball futures on division winners. Please talk me just because I was doing them this year and I was like, I have to put some money down. Please talk me out of this system. What system, Jared? Take the over. In what? The Royals-Cardinals game? I can see either way on that one. I wanted to take the over. What's up, dude? How are Elvis? Long time no see, my brother. How are you, dude? Low-key love Philly spread as well. Think about it. They're all pro players. 8 points in the playoffs is a whole lot. I don't think the Heat are very good. Yeah, I mean, that's it's just like the wing spots get difficult. I have a hard time. I mean, we're going to put Thibault on Butler, and then we'll go I guess it could be worse. Whoa, I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna up front is gonna end up turning into a problem without Embiid, just because like Georges Niang, like some of these guys, this is no good in this matchup. I don't know, but maybe 8 points is a lot. If you get 8 points is a lot. I agree with you there, but they're not winning that basketball game. They're just not winning that basketball game. There's no way. I like to take a dog when I see a realistic route to victory. I don't see any route to victory for Philly. I see them clenching their assholes, holding on to try and stay in the game. Different ball game the regular season. Absolutely agreed. Philly can play decent defense, I guess, but I think the Heat can probably play better. They're definitely way better coached. Huge. If you think about the chasm in coaching edge going to the Heat side, it's pretty large. Over in Royals Cardinals game, Steven Matz due to get hit. I agree. I almost just want to take a little. I mean, I had a teeny bit of Royals, but I couldn't give it out. The Astros need another S in that name. The Astros. I thought they played reasonably well yesterday. They hit some hard balls at people. Like Bregman had a great at bat late. Pena is just young. I mean, that last inning. I mean, it's just. I thought the Jays are starting to like kind of turn around for me. I'm thinking of taking the Jays with Ross Stripling on the fucking bump. That's how crazy. That's how much I think the Jays are starting to trend up. We said last week some runs should start coming around. Although I don't know how much they really have, but once just it's order of hits, it's runners in scoring position, stuff like that need to come around. Similar to the Red Sox, they need some timely hitting. Then you take the alternate. Whoa. -1.5 run line has to be plus 140 or better. Then you take the alternate line for the opposing team. So what do you do when it's a run? I'm not sure I'm following, Jared. You lost me. Take over in the Cards game. Matt's due to get lit up. Mets fan, I know him. I think so too. I watch my fair share of Stevie Matz too. I agree. I don't know, though. I can see Greinke pitching well. And also, like, the Royals find their way not to score runs. BTK. That's hilarious. BTK. We had a girl in college we used to call Big Titty Kelsey, and we used BTK short term for her. A lot of people used to. She found her way around. Okay. There's only been 9 1-run games that I've lost both in. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Maybe. Have you ever tested it anywhere? Like, that's tested more than that? Have you ever tested on like a large sample? Like, use some kind of Sports Insights or some other thing to test it? I don't know. Maybe you can. Heat first quarter 2.5. I can see it. I could do that. Dinwiddie over 2.5 rebounds. Booker rebounds reasonably well, right? Do the guards rebound reasonably well on Phoenix? That's going to be such a freaking problem for dealing with the inside of Phoenix for Dallas. Like, I don't even know. Did Ayton even play in any of the matchups this year versus Dallas, and they still kicked their ass? So Dinwiddie over 2.5 rebounds. I don't know. How well do they rebound? The guards rebound Ronnie Ortiz. I don't know. He was never like a guy I looked at and was like, this guy's a great rebounder. Never thought of him in a rebounding realm. But like matchup-wise, are some going to fall to him? Some long rebounds on threes from the Suns? Some, maybe we get a little crazy, some transition-y type stuff, but you'd think Jalen Brunson and Chris Paul will try and control this game. The average is 4.5. The average is 4.5. I mean, he didn't get that many in the I guess he got a few in the looks like he played less in the last 3 games of the I assume they're playing him less because you can't play those 3 guards at the same time. I mean, you can't defensively. It's just over. So I don't know, man. If he's playing less, I don't know, Ronnie Ortiz. I'm plus 1,800 passes. Nice, man. Good job, Jared M. Oh, with that system? Yeah, I mean, that's like a tiny sample, though. Bro, I hit a nice parlay Friday. Nice, dude. Good job, Elvis. Like to see people winning. Orioles are not winning. Why? Because Chris Paddock's so good, Chandler? Holy crap. They're overplaying the struggles. They beat Utah far better than announcers are making them out to be. I think the Jazz are in full blow-up mode. Beating the Jazz doesn't mean anything to me. Reds money line? The Reds are playing? Yeah, they're not playing today, my brother. Marlins money line. Yeah, I could see that getting trippy. Pablo Lopez, you tell me every time. I know. It got steamed up a lot. And Zach Gallen going against a former team. He's been lights out. There's some people that watch NHL in here, but not me personally. Yeah, Pablo Lopez is good, though. Yeah, I agree. I guess I'd have to lean that way. I initially wanted to be on the D-backs, but I know 33-9 is not a big sample, Jared M. It's a tiny sample. Over under on the number of fights in the next Phillies-Mets series. I'd love it to be high. I'd love a little rivalry there, a little spunk in baseball. Baseball needs the help. Matt's going to have neck problems after today, whipping his head around to find the ball. Let's see. It starts short. It starts now. This random fuck Olivares they have leading off for the Royals because Mike Matheny has literally no clue what he's doing. You like to see him going in a full count the first guy he goes against, though. Need some dark humor. I'm always down, Roy Yang. I have not tested it throughout the whole season due to the fact you can't get previous alt lines. Oh, you can't on like sports betting review or any of those. You can't get previous alt lines, or from like an API provider, you can definitely get them. What's the best water slide for kids? Your tongue. Jesus, you're sick, bro. Marlon's my guy. That's like too. I don't like dark in terms of kitty diddling dark. I can do all the other darks though. Tobias over in rebounds, especially without Embiid, gets at least 10 or 11. That makes sense. That one I can play ball there. Although, yeah, actually matchup wise, yeah, I think I could definitely play ball because isn't the Heat are gonna have what, like Tucker and who else? So like size wise, he is actually not in that bad shape either. Yeah. Against PJ Tucker or soft ass Caleb Martin. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Hey, GOAT. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's probably why they set it so high, too. What is the over on rebounds? I like that. Pablo Lopez is straight heat. Yeah, a lot of the guys in that lineup are. That's why I got them top 10, baby. That's why I've been on that Marlins train, baby. Why I break them top 10 to start the season. We'll see. I mean, top 10's a little crazy. Nick Vitanza, what's up, my brother? Papi Catura, any nerfies? I don't really do nerfies. If I had to do a nerfie today, I don't think I would do it in Angels White Sox. D-backs Marlins doesn't look bad. Not Yankees Blue Jays. Braves Mets, with the Mets being maybe a little sluggish off of Sunday Night Baseball. That's why I was potentially trying to take them because of that, being a little sluggish Sunday Night Baseball. But you are at home. I thought I'd get freed at like plus 120 or something. If it's a pick 'em, that's where I think it should be. So I can't do anything about that. Oh, what is all this? Okay. Tobias Harris rebounds without Embiid. Love that. Yeah, I really like that, especially just given the size and the nature of the other people that are going to be around them. I'm a big fan of that. Paddock is due for a bad start. Paddock is a bad start, I'm starting to realize. He's mentally weak. I think Chris Paddock is mentally weak, Ryan. 5613. Hey, buddy, I'm back. How is fading this Mets this past Friday? No hitter. Yes. That did. Tyler McGill, man, might be a little better than a number 3 starter we're starting to see. He's going to outpitch his projections. Don't do that to yourself with the Reds. The Reds aren't playing. I don't understand what we're talking about. Joey Votto said he's never been this embarrassed in his life. Yeah, 3-19, dude. I'd be pretty damn embarrassed too. That's like really bad. It's like all the hope is sucked out so early in the season. Bro, Marlins. Everybody loves the Marlins today, huh? Cards minus 1.5. It has begun. So let's see. Reds beat chance to win. They aren't playing. Yeah, they're going to have a hard time winning. I guess it is a good day to take the Reds. If you like the Reds, today's the day because there's no game. There's 3 games that fit that system today. White Sox versus Angels, Braves versus Mets, Mariners versus Astros. Interesting. Well, Angels, White Sox, you would assume would trend towards a lower scoring game. Braves, Mets, probably the same. Mariners, Astros, I can see higher scoring. I think they're going to hit. I've never seen an Astros start where they didn't hit Marcos Gonzalez. So that one, I can see making more sense, I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Just trust in Pablo Lopez. Trusting in Pablo Lopez is not a bad idea. Under on D-backs. Yeah, I like that. I mean, that just makes sense. I mean, it's which one of those 2 teams is going to hit the other guy. Zach Gallen's been fire, and Zach Gallen has the motivational factor because he's probably the one in your head. You're like, who can get blown up faster? It would be Zach Gallen. But Zach Gallen's got the motivational factor of going to face his former team that traded him away. So that's a big, especially for a young kid that's had injury issues and stuff. He's going to come locked in today, right? Minnesota Wild. People loving the Wild, or is that just still you getting tripped? Trip Daddy loves the Wild. Thoughts on Sixers with the points? Yeah, I just can't personally. There's not, without Embiid, yeah, I don't know. Harden's too fat. So I'm basically relying on like Nick Vitanza. If you take the Sixers with the points, how many points do you think Tyrese Maxey needs? Nick Vitanza. Can you answer that one for me? And well, let's retouch on this. How many do people think for the Sixers to cover Tyrese Maxey would have to score? You helped me win a fat parlay with some Astros info a few days ago. Thanks, man. Hey, Derek Thompson, no problem, man. I'm really trying to help. That's what I'm here for, man. That is what I am here for. 7.5 on prize for Tobias. Yeah, over 7.5 rebounds for Tobias Harris makes sense to me. Are the Mets legit? I think so, Jay Creed. They have the manager. And then like all the Mets were always like close, but just the stupid plays. It's the bad baseball. It's the stupid bullshit. That's not there anymore. So like we need to, the back end of the bullpen is always going to be, I'm not an Edwin Davis guy. I will never be an Edwin Davis guy. The bullpen in general might have some creaks when you walk up the stairs to the attic. It's a little bit like, but it gets the job done. We hope. That's that team has started. That lineup is so deadly to me, just in like close games and stuff, like the approaches people have to the plate and stuff. There's some guys like that I think really impressive. White Sox. I definitely lean that way. I don't know if I want to take them, given how fucking terrible they're playing against the guy that hasn't given up a run yet and literally has better peripherals than like the best Jacob deGrom year ever right now. But it's a lefty going into Cellular Field, Midwest, day game. This is like, I mean, people get killed here. So if Patrick Sandoval comes in here and duels today, I mean, you might as well just on the way out, slap every reporter in the face with your cock. On the way out, just be like, yep, thanks for coming. Thanks for fucking coming and watching. Sorry. Just takes Mets money line every game and you'll be rich. Hey, it's not a bad idea. Yankees money line, if you want to, I can see it. The biggest problem I have with Yankees money line is that, it's on one hand, it's good. Jordan Montgomery's been working himself out of some bad spots and like with some weird pitches. I don't know. He hasn't looked great to me. That's been the problem I have. But you know what? I need a much better price on Ross Stripling. I'm not taking basically a pick with Ross Stripling. So I would like, we keep the juice going. We got a little bit of juice. It's starting to turn from like, we were just beating up on teams that like were literally giving us the wins, even if they're all shitty teams. So at least now we took a couple wins. So that's good. That's good momentum. Your favorite lock and forget. Minnesota Wild, huh? Getting trippy. I will remember this. D-backs, Nerfy, Angels plus 1.5. I've seen that's so weird. You said Angels 1.5 because I had somebody text me about Angels 1.5 as well, which is very odd. Yes, sir, boy. Which is one thing that's keeping the White Sox in the lean bucket. The D-backs, Nerfy, yeah. Makes sense to me. We touched on that one. That's good. 22 points out of Tyrese Maxey. 25-30. Tyrese would need a 30-piece at least. 24-28. All right, so we're all pretty agreed. The 20 was the low end. I think he probably needs a few more than that, to be completely honest, with how fat James Harden is right now. Do we think Maxey's dropping, 25-plus points? 24. Let's give him like 23, 24 plus points. If you think that, then you take it. I mean, I believe in Maxey to an extent, but this is like, we're asking a lot out of like this guy to be the X factor, a young guard with no playoff experience to be the X factor. We're just asking a lot, Maybe he has a little bit of playoff experience from last year, but not in this role, right? Cardinals money line. The game has begun, Chris fam. The game has begun. I personally I took the tiniest ass shaving of Royals, like the littlest bit of just a flick of Royals. Angels plus 1.5, D-backs, Nerfy. Yes, sir, boy. I know I can't disagree with either. Over on that game for sure. The Sixers game, I could definitely see that. Agree. I have no reason to not take that as well. Tyler Benton. Let me look at that. What did their last matchups this year? Did they play? What were the? Are we just like make sure we're not wildly off, like all over 100 type games and stuff? There's some low scoring games in here. There's some low scoring games in here, guys. I'll still lean that way though. Tyler Benton. What is it? 208. I like a 111 to 104 kind of game here. I would lean the over in the Heat one. Yeah, I agree. Giants cost me $19K by losing yesterday. Holy shit, dyslexic puppy. If you're a dyslexic puppy, how do you manage to lay that much on a game? How do you have that much dyslexic puppy? Yeah, that's tough. The Giants, it sucks because I put the Giants as a lean on the board, so I was on the same kind of thing, but even though I'm a giant Josiah Gray guy. Everybody knows I'm a massive Josiah Gray guy. Miami, Arizona, Nerfy lock. Everybody likes it, Alex Carver. We got a bunch of people on that in here. Angels money line. I'm personally on the I would lean the White Sox personally, but I see a lot of people on the Angels plus 1.5. Beck. I have Twins money line. They're 16-2 last 18 against Baltimore. I remember that trend from like however long ago, and now the Orioles won 2 in a row. I think the Twins, I think everything's going right for the Twins. We touched on them on the podcast yesterday, Chris Pham. I think absolutely everything's easy street for the Twins, and I'd like to see what happens when the Twins aren't on easy street anymore. And they're not just going to stay on easy street like forever. You know what I mean? So you're running through the AL East here. I expect some hiccups and whatever. Let's see what happens. Chris Paddock stinks. He's got like 2 pitches. Danny Green over 2.5 threes made. I don't dislike that, especially if like Maxey drive, kick. What's up, lover to Trish? How are you, my brother? No hate for reasoning, but Orioles plus 133 tight might take it. Yeah, I don't know. I think Chris Paddock is Ruski, in my opinion. And I just think the Twins, it's like all it is just a series of everything going right. Every single game just falls in your lap. What happens when it doesn't? I just think the Twins are a little bit overrated right now as well. All the projections and stuff have Wells pitching pretty well in this game. Just don't see it for Paddock. Hey. Although also, I don't have it, like I didn't put any money on Baltimore yet. I know that's got to be the side, dude. I don't think Chris Paddock at minus 150 on the road is the side. But I also didn't take it yet. I should put that like, I don't have it. I have like barely any. Like I didn't put it as like a half a unit or any shit yet. It's hard to find the concrete reasoning all the way onto it. I kind of agree with that. But I know Chris Paddock at minus 150 on the road is fucking wrong. That has to be wrong against anybody with a pulse, and I think the Orioles are playing decent baseball. Although the Red Sox just suck, and we know that. You took Maxey under 24 points, says Bobby Smith. Well, if Maxey doesn't score 24 points, I think you like the Heat a lot then, huh? Bobby Smith, you like the Heat quite a bit? Yeah, Twins money line. What's your reasoning on the Stros? I've got the Mariners. Alex Carver, I think like the reason why they got Jake Odorizzi was to pitch at Minute Maid Park. He's a fly ball pitcher, spacious Minute Maid. The Mariners lineup isn't, I mean, I guess they've kind of poked their head through a little bit against the Marlins, but like they're nothing to write home about. I don't think they're working very well as a unit. I think they just hit some homers against the Marlins and shit. And now on the flip side, Marco Gonzalez has been absolute nails. I mean, absolute poop versus the Astros. Every time he faces them, I think like everybody with any amount of at-bats has like over a 300 average against them. All the righty bats see him well. I'm just not sure how the price was. So I minus 120, I wrecked it. I think it's good up to like minus 140 because I think it should be like minus 150. I just don't see like besides for the angle where the Astros are traveling home from Canada, maybe there's some extra bullshit getting through in terms of customs, whatever other kind of things. I don't know, with weird COVID policies from Canada. That is the angle I have for them. Otherwise, handicap-wise, fly ball pitcher at home for Houston, guy who gets absolutely fucking wrecked on the road for the Mariners. The Mariners aren't playing particularly well. I didn't think the Astros played really poorly in the Toronto series. I thought Toronto played some pretty good defense, some pretty good baseball, like that Springer catch at the end of the game yesterday versus Bregman. So, yeah. BTB Dodgers, why would Sandoval sell today? I think like righty bats, I mean, his off-speed stuff is ridiculous, and the changeup and stuff, and given how the White Sox line is performing, I don't have a ton of confidence in it, but like lefties going to Cellular Field has been like really bad for a long time. I think Sandoval, I agree, is good. But that doesn't necessarily with a good pitcher. If it wasn't such a good pitcher on the other edge, like I think Cease has success today as well. If that wasn't the case, I probably wouldn't put the lead for the White Sox up there. But I must do such a thing. How about the Tigers yesterday? Plus 350 is always too wide for baseball. Yeah. Wait, the Tigers won again yesterday? So plus 300, plus 350 in a row they won? Or 2 days ago. Yeah, that was lefty, especially against the lefty. They hit lefties well. Sandoval is hot right now. It hasn't given up a run, so definitely. Under 6.5 for Marlins D-backs. It dropped down to 6.5 across the board. Yeah, I still like it there. Goldie home run. Yeah, look at that. Little Goldie bomb BTB. Do you like James Harden ladder to over 28.5 points? I'm not sure what laddering to over 8.5. What does that mean? You take like each thing on the way up. I think James Harden lives in a freezer at In-N-Out Burger. So I don't like anything related to James Harden. But he's probably going to play a lot of selfish basketball. Hey, does he really play? He's so lazy. He doesn't even want to play selfish basketball anymore. Cardinals against Greinke. The game started, brother, and they're up 1-0. I wouldn't live it here. Joe Luchetti. I wouldn't live it here. Greinke throws meat. His experience, though. That's funny as shit. Barstool just took down the Arizona game off the site. Huh. Interesting. I don't know anything about the way the Barstool Sportsbook operates, but maybe one of the pitchers is out. They're two really good pitchers. I'm on Marlins D-backs under 6.5. A lot of people are. Will the Baller, what's up, my brother? How are you, my friend? I am doing absolutely stupendous this morning, actually. Lover to Trish went 2-2 in USFL this week. Ended up pretty well in the green, feeling better about next week. God damn it. Lover to Trish, I forgot. Let me write a note about it. I'm going to go through USFL notes today. I have some time. Let me go through those. Oh, I'm such a piece of shit for forgetting that. I feel terrible. Sorry, bro. You took the time to write that out. I'm sorry, man. I'm a piece of shit. And we can talk about that this week. That's my bad. We should talk about that this week. Yeah, Tigers. Okay, they won 2 days ago against Kershaw or whatever. Wait, sorry. Sunday was a blur. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm happy for you. See that Sunday was a blur for you. Were you hanging out with Ayala? Under 24 for Harden. I can see that. Astros blow my parlays. Yeah. I think the Astros are still, I've wanted to just be like, I hate this team. I'm done with them. They stink. That's not the case, I don't think. I put my mortgage on the D-backs the other day and it hit. Thanks, my dude. Nice, Danny Sands. I'm happy to hear, brother. Any way I can help. I've been absolutely terrible in baseball right now. So happy to be able to help. It'll turn. I started a 4 a.m. routine this morning because I'm angry at myself for doing so poorly. So things will turn. I'll find a way to make it turn. I may be a degenerate for it, but I took Harden triple-double. Yes, Brandon TW. But you're going to have a great time in the 30 minutes leading up to that game. No Ayala this time. Marlins with Pablo today. Everybody likes the Marlins with Pablo today. I just can't be confident enough when there's a guy pitching so well on the other side, especially a guy like Zach Gallen, where it's not like, oh, this didn't fall out of the fucking sky. Like, Zach Gallen is very good at baseball. Harden career choker. Harden is a career choker. He's just tired. He's fat and tired all the time. That's more of the problem. I think he just gets fat and tired. I don't even know if it's choking. It's like, I'm still bullish on your sports information. Yeah, I do this for a living, brother. I mean, yeah. I can't be that. I can't, sport to sport can't change that much between college basketball and baseball. Baseball is by far my most profitable sport long term. Harden under is going to smack today. I hope so, but they're going to get the shit kicked out of them with all these unders. If we want the Harden under, we want the Maxey. Some people want the Maxey under. I hope Maxey does it, but 24 is a lot for him. I'm in Angels tight though. Yeah, I don't know. Tight one. Yeah, I can see. I think it will be probably a tighter, low scoring game. Let's see if the White Sox can build a little momentum. Scored 5 in the 9th inning yesterday. Let's see if they can build a little momentum here. Take your head out of your ass. Pull a little momentum here. I like Harden assists, Maxey points. Harden assists makes a lot of, because the ball's just going to be in his hands. Yeah, I like Harden assists, parlay prop guy, living up to his name. I like that too. I would lean Maxey over and Harden under. Same, personally. And I think because I caught myself when I said he's just going to play like hero ball. So he's going to have the ball a lot in his hands, but he's going to pass it. He's too fat and lazy now to go to the rack and do what he used to do. Just too fat and lazy. Just hoping I see a glimpse of 2017-18 Harden top 5 offensive seasons ever. He was sick, but, Trey was in prison, Harden locked up. Defensively? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be. I would lock up Maxey and just let Harden do whatever he wants personally. I guess no, you can't do that. I'm being ridiculous. Yeah, Aaron Holtz, that's true. The defense for Miami is going to be an issue there. Yeah, I don't want the Sixers, I don't think. I would just take both home favorites, I think. Although I hate the Suns. So if you want to take Mavs money line, I get that. I can see them just completely shitting the bed. Over in White Sox, so the Nerfy wouldn't have hit in the KC St. Louis game, but it was not because of Mats. It was because of, so I'm happy I said no on that one. Nice. Maybe I should get into fucking Nerfies. Maybe that'll get me out of the rut. Over in White Sox Angels, White Sox burned through bullpen and Angels used 2 best relief pitchers. I don't know. I still think it's going to be like a low scoring game until late, though. I'm just like backing on them to nail the last few innings of bullpen to get the over. I don't know. Can I live bet it and get better, Michael Galsky? Can I wait to live bet that? But then I guess, yeah. I mean, if you're confident in it, I don't not particularly confident in that myself. Harden will never be that again. Yeah, unfortunately. The under is free money in what? Challenger. The under in the Sixers Miami game? I don't know. Game 1, interesting. I'm not sure. There was a lot of low-scoring games regular season, it seems, though. Mavs money line isn't crazy. I don't think so either. I think, like, as you get later in the series, like, the Suns will probably take a little bit more initiative to get to the rack late. But you can see a jump shooting type game where they're just like, that team can be a little whatever the fuck. And Chris Paul just taking like stupid, like lazy shots. Devin Booker taking lazy shots, miss some threes. And you wind up in a situation where the Mavs can win game 1. It's just over the perimeter defense at some point fails them throughout this series. I just unfortunately. Spo knows what's up. Big coaching advantage in the Heat's direction. Agreed. It's a wide line, but there's a lot of advantages in the Heat's favor here. Did you go over Yankee Jays? That's a really tough one for me because I don't really want to buy either pitcher. And then I think both teams are playing kind of well. I thought the Blue Jays bullpen has been little bit better recently. We've had a good bullpen. Like it's just like I'm split down the middle. So it was like at a dog price at home. It was like maybe plus 110 yesterday. I was like, all right, maybe the Jays here, maybe. And then now we're getting to just like a pick 'em where I'm like, I mean, I don't even know what to do here. So if somebody has a better read, I'm not taking Ross Stripling at this short of a price. I wanted to, I'm not doing it. I mean, I'm just not going to do that to myself. Oh, Sixers game under. Yeah, I don't know about that. I would lean towards the over personally. If Mavs win game at 208 or whatever, I would lean towards the over personally. If Mavs win game 1, I think they win the series. I really hope they win the series. That would be really fun. But I don't know, man. I do think Chris Paul is like the biggest troll to ever walk planet Earth. So I think people are tired of it. Marlins under first 5. Definitely can understand it. Get busy, dizzy. What is that? Like a 3 or 3.5? Heat and Sixers have the biggest coaching difference in the playoffs. Yeah, that's actually true. That is a coaching chasm, as I said previously. A chasm. That's a gazi. Monty has pitched well. We just never hit for him. He's pitched all right. I don't know if the actual pitches have looked as good to me. I think he's going to get hit soon, Michael Galsky. I personally, when I'm watching Monty, I'm like, somebody's going to hit him. Like once we face a decent lineup or something, he's going to get hit. I'm a little worried about that. I love Monty, though, and he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to pitch when he doesn't have his best stuff because CeCe taught him. But, that's minorly worrisome there. 3 to 5 starters. No ace this series. Yeah. We find out if Embiid – 3 to 5 starters, no ace this series for us? You talking about the Yanks? Did we find out if Embiid is back for 3 and 4? I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows. Pedro Sanchez has been light out. Who the fuck is Pedro Sanchez? I don't know that name at all. Whose bullpen is Pedro Sanchez in? That made me think of Pablo Sanchez, the little kid from Backyard Baseball, when he said that, though. Or Anibal Sanchez? Maybe a little Aaron Sanchez? The Blue Jays have been the most overrated lineup of all time. It's great, but worse than last year. Not better. I mean, we'll see. I think the numbers have still looked good. They're just not stringing together hits at the right time. So let's see what we're saying when some of that variance evens out. Because I think it's a pretty good lineup. I personally think it's a pretty good lineup. 8 in rebounds. He had 17, and it's a good matchup for him to get rebounds. 8. I agree with you there. Cole and Severino just pissed last 2 games. So did Barris and Gassman. Okay, yeah. So 3, 4, 5s. So we have Nestor. Would be interesting. Nestor, Monty, and Talon. Dude, our pitching rotation isn't that bad. I put us at 10th when I just did power rankings, and that was so disrespectful. Rez put him at 4th. I don't know where you guys would put him. Sharapov, money line tennis starts in 20 minutes. Trusted true to Jen. Getting trippy likes betting on everything. You like Puerto Rican girls. You like a blondie. You like a big girl. You like a small girl. You're an equal opportunity employer. Getting trippy. Tyler Harrow under 20. Getting trippy needs a pulse. That's all Getting trippy needs. Tyler Harrow under 27.5 points, rebounds, assists. I would rather not do that in the playoffs. I think Tyler Harrow kind of is the biggest big game player on that team besides Bam. I'm a big tennis guy. Nobody say Jimmy Butler as a response to that. What up from Ukraine, bro? Vlad Timchek, how are you, brother? Thinking of you. Do it, dude. Yes. What's up from Ukraine? Everybody fucking say what up to Vlad. Vlad, brother. What up, man? Fucking send in the best, bro. Send in the best. How are you? It's pretty, I'm lovely, man. I hope you're doing well, man. Yankees are a lot better than 10. Easy top 3 or 4. That's where he had it. I know. I should have him a little higher. You also have a Yankees symbol, so we'll slot him in 5, 6, something there. Yeah, but I think we faced Stripling, Ryu, and maybe Manoa. Yeah, that's tough, though. I don't know if that's necessarily their order is 3, 4, 5. Manoa's good. Getting trippy. Funny guy. Kikuchi. No, Ryu, my bad. Yeah. Okay, Kikuchi. Yeah, we'll hit Kikuchi at least. Shaba Pavlov is a dude, Jake, who is not Hispanic at all. He's from Canada. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay. Kikuchi plays like Kikuchi. Kikuchi. Yeah, he Kikuchi kicking the ball? I don't know. I'm still pumped about Vlad being here. I'm pretty stoked. Tennis, my most profitable sport so far. Wow. Dude, UFC this weekend's going to be very profitable. I like UFC this weekend's going to be electric. Just joined thoughts on White Sox. I would lean their way, which feels crazy to say. I kind of agree with the line movement. I know Patrick Sandoval has a freaking 0 ERA and off the charts peripherals, but lefties going to Cellular Field during the day is bad fucking news. It's always been. Let's see, man. The White Sox are so damn broken, and Patrick Sandoval is so damn good if the Angels win this game, in my personal opinion. What's going on? Please explain. Vlad, it's a baseball show. Every day we do a baseball show, or sports show in general, just breaking down the slate. I hop on for an hour plus, and just answer matchup questions. So if you have any matchup questions about sports, I'm just here to answer them for an hour and change. I nuked Fokina 2-0 this morning. It sounds like you guys are playing World. Are you both dictators and we're living in 1940 something? That's what it feels like. And you guys are talking to each other about it. I nuked Fokina this morning. Oh, 2-0. Oh, I nuked Bubba. Getting trippy. Toronto versus Yanks. I'd lean. I just realized too, is that slightly insensitive, Vlad, since you're going through shit? My bad. I feel like there's an elephant in the room now and I need him to leave. Sorry about that. That's slightly insensitive joke. My bad there. Toronto versus Yanks. I think price is probably about right. I think it's about to pick them. I need more meat on the bone if I'm going to take Ross Stripling. Quijano. I can't take Ross Stripling without some more meat on the bone. I just can't do it. In 17 games, Dodgers are 13-4 covering the run line. Yeah, makes sense. Pretty chasm between them, and their bullpen's so good, so it's hard for teams to creep back in. Tiafo, the Frenchman, I know that name. Yankees about to win their 10th straight. I hope so. That would be cool. I'm not going to end up throwing the Jays up there as a lean. I don't think at this short a price. Jake, after you get in the sparring ring, then we are getting in the ice. We can teach you hockey. All right. I got UFC is first, so I got to get into some MMA stuff first. And after that, you're hitting the clay and learning tennis. Well, I'm getting older, so we're going to have to pick one of those two. Arizona, Angels, Mets, and Yanks in a parlay. I can't say Rob's MMA. I can't do 14 parlays, man. I can't even answer that question. In terms of the teams, I can't blame you in Arizona with how good Gallen's pitching right now at this price after the steam came in on the Marlins. I can't blame you. I can't blame you on the Angels. I personally lean the White Sox. I think the line's right on the Mets. I'm not sure who's going to win. I wanted Fried at plus 120. Didn't get it. And then the Yanks. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's Ross Stripling. Ross Stripling stinks. So you need a wider price. So that one I wanted the Jays. I'm starting to tip a little bit back towards the Yankees. Although I think the Jays are playing much better baseball. How good are we? Tiapo is American. He's the Kyle Lowry of tennis. Okay, well, I obviously know nothing about tennis. Who's the French guy? There's a big French guy that's either black or half black. No? Monfils. Thank you. Good call. Wow, we got some tennis fans in here. Monfils. My aunt used to be she was semi-pro. My aunt back in the day was a semi-pro tennis player. I should probably learn something about tennis. I have a couple of friends that play too, but there's too much going on right now. I got to get my head around baseball, dude. I'm down I think I'm down 16, 17 units or something. It's I've never been, this is the worst start to a baseball season I've ever had. I'm not taking it too personally because of the short spring training and how funky things have been, but I got something let me wrap my head around this, get MLB back up to where it needs to go, and then I can. That's why I took UFC off last week, and all the ones I said Brito. I said Brito. I was I want to wreck Brito, but I can't wreck Brito, and Brito knocks him out in 3 seconds. I was Did anybody else say that when Brito won? That crushed me because I didn't even end up having any on Brito. It killed me. He was the only one when people asked about UFC this week. I want to take Brito, but I don't think I can wreck him. And then Brito. That was the hammer fist at the end. Cards and White Sox thought the Cards game started Zesty's World, so I wouldn't pay too much attention to it if I were you. The White Sox, I'd lean that way. Lefty at home, lefty versus the White Sox at home at Cellular. It's an angle that you could play. I made a ton of money with that angle. It's almost like a blind angle you can play. This is the best lefty right now out there. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how bad the White Sox are. A lot of those swings might be long. Are all these Dominican bats actually panning out? Are all the hype going to come in on Jimenez and Robert and all these people? Are they definitely going to pan out? Mets Nerfy. I can see that. That was the other one. The Nerfies that I can see the Mets Nerfy. I can see the D-backs Nerfy. Those are my two favorite ones I think I would like. Isn't Eloy not playing today? Oh, maybe not. Is he not playing today? Oh, we got a lineup out. Hold on. So one takeaway from the podcast yesterday is that Joe Madden is doing an considering it's basically just Trout and Taylor Ward that are hitting, unbelievable job of Joe Madden mixing and matching daily lineups. His mixing and matching of daily lineups has been spectacular, given that they're top 3 in every offensive category. Absolutely spectacular. Holy shit, AJ Pollock in the 3-hole. What planet are we on? This is not the best looking lineup for the White Sox, huh? Angels pitcher will be untouchable. I think it'll be a low-scoring game on both sides. Let's see. Why Baltimore today? Because Chris Paddock's on the other side. And I think the Twins, everything going right for the Twins. I really believe that. Like, this is like the Twins. When I watch Twins games, I swear to God, just everything happens correctly. It's like they have like a horseshoe up their ass. And now Chris Paddock's going on the bump. Let's see. Let's see if it continues that way. I don't have the Blue Jays are down. I'm covering up the arrow. I just have the Blue Jays in like the leans category. I can't put it higher. I really don't like much today. I like Astros. If you want to take the Rays, I like minus 150. I can see that. I like the Tobias Harris over on rebounds or whatever we were talking about before. Twins were just crushing on the Rays. The Rays suck, bro. I'm starting to realize the Rays just suck, and that's just the way it is. I think Ohtani is back too. No Ohtani today. Thoughts on the Twin season so far? I'm pleasantly surprised by their bullpen. I would like to see what happens when they hit a few bumps in the road. Carter Pistorius. I like the bullpen. I'm really impressed by the bullpen relative to what I thought it would be anyways. Just relative to what I thought it would be. I think it's competent enough if the rest of it gets together. But I think everything is going really well. I think their lineup is all over the place. Like, they just change it all the time. There's a lot of things about them that I don't like that aren't manifesting in the games. And I'm waiting for that to happen. And then I'll make a better judgment on them, I think. I'll be able to make a better judgment. Right now, I think they're like a few game over 500 kind of team. Personally, maybe you get to like, a wild card spot or something on the top end of outcomes in my head. But we were talking about on the podcast yesterday as well. Me and my buddy were talking about it. Bringing Carlos Correa helps out so much just on a daily basis. Like, Carlos Correa is such a winner, such a gritty guy that adds so much to your clubhouse that like that might play for a lot. But lots of hitters out for the Sox. Yeah, for the White Sox, sure. Blue Jays for show. They have a lot of value today. I don't really think they should be home dogs. I kind of agree with you there. I just hate Ross Stripling, and I want like a plus 115 to get on board your boy Pressure. Pressure. I can't sing it. Thoughts on is that like Pressa? Like Pressa? Okay, his voice too high pitch. I can't do it. Thoughts on Marlins money line? Sandoval on the mound today. Marlins money line. I think it's getting wide given how well Zach Gallen's playing. If you put a gun to my head, I'll take it. In terms of Sandoval on the mound today, yeah, I mean the guy's been fucking if you want to just like fan goop gaga goo goo out at a Fangraphs page, go to Patrick Sandoval's. It's unbelievable. It's like 2 straight seasons of just absurd peripherals. I've talked about his peripherals a lot, but they're like scary. Like you don't see peripherals like this outside of Jacob deGrom. Like you just don't. It's like insane. Wasn't Gausman supposed to start today for Blue Jays? No, I think he started yesterday. No. Blue Jays 7-3 last 10. Yankees 9-1. Yep, can't pass the Blue Jays plus money. I can see that. No, post on him. I get it. I definitely get that angle. That was my initial thought. I just like have better things to do than lose a bunch of money on Ross Stripling today. I mean, I'm from Miami, but we have cashed so much on the D-backs as dogs. I know. Might have to out of respect. Zach Gallen's pitching really well. My problem with it is that I'm a giant Marlins guy. I've had the Marlins in the top 10 since the year started. I think I've had them like 7 or 8 or whatever for the entire. Like I just believe in this Marlins team. I like the young hitters. I like who they are. I like the young pitchers. I like what the bullpen's forming into. Like I like they took some steps forward in seasons past. So it's like take another step further. That's how it works, right? Like everything lines up for me with the Marlins. So it's tough for me in this kind of spot where I have a good pitcher on both sides. Arizona's won some games recently. How many games do you actually win kind of thing? I mean, that's not real, but it's like if you gave me like a firm plus 150 or something, it would be hard to stay away of Arizona. Something like that maybe, but do we like the Rays? I'd rather be on the Rays for sure. Just rebound. The Rays, I think Rasmussen's pitching well enough. The biggest thing is I just think they beat the shit out of shitty teams. That's what they do. It's like that's literally like their thing is beating the shit out of shitty teams. So I would prefer to be on the Rays for sure. And the A's magic is dissipating as well. Like they had a tough start punching out of the box. Like, hey, we don't stink. Everybody's talking about how much we stink. Can only sustain that for so long. It's plus 145 right now. Yeah, I need to see over plus 150. So I need that psychological barrier. So if I lose it, I'm like, okay, I need that. I know it means nothing. It's like the difference between like a plus 200, plus 190, right? It actually isn't anything, but in your head, you're like, I don't want it anymore. It's not best 200. Like that's your first reaction. I want the plus 150 so I could say to myself, you know, when they lose like a 2-3-1 game, like it was good value. A's played the Rays pretty well last series. Maybe these aren't the Rays of old. Maybe if they don't win this kind of game. This is just such an institutional game for me. Rasmussen pitches well last time out. Stretched out to 84 pitches. He's somebody that was definitely going to need to get stretched out. Somebody you'd think would improve as things go on. I don't know. I think it's that side for me. The A's like have nobody on the team. Like they had some juice for a while, but like, bro, there's nobody on that baseball team, just like overall. The Angels scored. They hit a bomb off. Taylor Ward hit a bomb off his cease to start the game. Or are you from the future, Beck, and you're telling us it's going to be 1-0 Angels after the first inning? One of the two? All right. I think we're about wrapped up. I'm about to hit an hour. So does anybody have any last questions? Yeah, I think the game starts in a few minutes. I think she might be from the future and is telling me. Oh, you're telling us the correct first inning score. Wow. Okay, Beck. It's 1-0 Angels or 1-0 Chicago? Because I never say you might be I can see you being from the future. We live in a video game. So which side? Can you just tell me? And then I'll bet on it to happen. Best player prop bet. I came in late. I like the Tobias Harris over on points, Conforto. I mean, over on rebounds. Somebody said it was 7.5. I can do that. Are you excited for UFC 274? I'm not going anymore, so that's a little bit of a pain point. But Marty Lane, yes, I am. Brandon Royval's fighting. My favorite fighter. We got Oliveira Gaethje. I mean, what's not to be excited about on this card? We got Chaos fighting. There's some sick prospects. Pretty electric. We'll talk about UFC earlier in the week because I started looking at it a lot because there's a couple spots, especially in the chick fights, that I want to bet on. But it's a pretty electric card, dude. And like Clayton Rodriguez is supposed to be a pretty sweet prospect. They usually put the prospects that they want to show off on all the pay-per-views. I've started to realize that. Like all the prospects that people hype up that then fall on their face, it's always at the apex. The prospects never fall on their face on pay-per-views. So something to think about. I heard that on a podcast and I went back and it was just like eye-checking random ones. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, pass the brain test too. Randy Brown is plus money against against Chaos Williams right now. Isn't that kind of crazy? Kind of crazy to me anyways. I wanted to be on Gaethje too. I'm not going to get there, I don't think. Do we have any last questions today? Gaethje reminds me a lot of Gilbert Burns, where when they fought for the title, it really felt like that was the pinnacle of their career and like a lot left them. Like you could see part of their soul for fighting leave. Personally, that's just what I thought. Not like in the cage they're going to give up, but just like that little 2% you need to like be so oblivious that like I am champ. That Oliveira beating the shit out of Gaethje. It's not. I don't know. It's not ideal. Although I do think Gaethje can eat the shots of Oliveira on the feet. So it's kind of interesting. Like if Gaethje can eat the shots of Oliveira on the feet, there's a world where it gets really bad for Oliveira really quick. If his punches are like, I get it's like a mostly speed. I think he'll probably have a speed advantage, right? Oliveira will be faster on the feet. Favorite bet of the day, the Astros, brother. I only got one bet of the day, the Astros. So it makes it easy. I got him at minus 120. I think it's good up to minus 150 personally. Up to minus 150, yeah. I think Odorizzi should be a pretty sizable fave here. Like at least 60%. At least 60% bare minimum in my head. Only way Oliveira loses, in my opinion, is if he tires out. I think he can run around and box. Yeah, maybe. I think he should be faster, and he's probably more technical. Aaron Holtz. Astros due for some hits with runners in scoring position. Agreed. So are the Red Sox, and so are the Jays, in my opinion. I think Oliveira might want to try some takedowns, though. You'd think he'd want to try some takedowns. Just given how fucking, Gaethje looked so goddamn scared when Khabib was going for any of them. But I mean, Khabib's a different animal. I think he kind of resigned to losing before he went in there, personally. Gaethje seemed to. He's just running away the whole time. You can't run away. Like, running away doesn't do anything. You're just going to be on the back foot running away the entire time. How are you going to win? Everyone losing versus Khabib. I think Charles Oliveira would have tapped Khabib. I truly believe that, dude. Khabib fought no one. I'm sorry, he fought fucking nobody. Orioles money line, throw O'Brien. I think the value's on that side too as well. I think that's basically like a pick'em game. Katie Taylor, Cyphus Speedy, thank you, brother. Yeah, we got some smart people in this chat. What? Love the end of the stream hot takes recently? I don't think that's a hot take. Khabib would have gotten subbed by Oliveira. Look at the guillotine freaking Poirier had on him. And we don't think that Oliveira would have sunk that shit in. That shit was close. That Poirier guillotine was close. You don't think if that guillotine gets sunk in, and then Charles is so much quicker on the feet than Poirier. Poirier is probably the overall, I don't even know who the overall better boxer is. But I mean, it's probably Poirier, but it's different. Like I don't know. I don't think Khabib beats Charles Oliveira. Katie Taylor is absolutely rigged. Who knows? No, you know what was rigged? That Golden State Memphis game yesterday. I said that they were going to give Memphis some help. You want to talk about a game where they're not even like covering it. They're just like, we need the Grizzlies to win. Like the NBA just being like, no, you don't understand. We need the Grizzlies to win. We just need them. Draymond, most important player, leave. Just leave. You got to get off the court. I thought that was funny. And the jump ball they called at the end, I was just like, we're just going to pretend. Like, we'll just all pretend. If we all close our eyes and do it together, it'll be like the Super Bowl where we just pretend. Oh, yeah, the Rams won. Yep, they won. Okay. Insanity. 4-0 in conference semis is bad for ratings. Yeah. And with how Ja's playing, man, Ja Morant, I'll tell you, man, that guy in terms of awareness, personal awareness, leaves a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired in terms of awareness. All right. Looks like we're winding down. I got an hour and change on the clock. Josh stinks right now. He's so bad. I mean, he's just so inefficient. It's scary how inefficient. The fact that you would have him take the last shot in the game again, like you got away with it last time. I mean, I guess he's the leader of your franchise or whatever. But there's like 6 different people I'd rather have take the last shot than Ja on that roster. Like I can literally think of like I'd rather have Tyus, Bane, JJJ. I mean, Dylan Brooks is basically the same thing, but Dylan Brooks has had a longer time doing it. I might even take Dylan Brooks with a final shot over him. I mean, anybody else on the court, legitimately, anybody else on the court, take that shot. So, what are you going to do? You can have the ball, but you got to get rid of it. Yeah, you cannot be the one to take the shot again. They actually got a pretty good look, too. All right. I think that's my cue. I'm going to roll out with the top back. Last chance for questions. Roll out with the top back. Yankees money line. If you want, Brock Dweek, if you want. I mean, I think it's about right. Maybe the tiniest bit of value on Toronto, but I need more with Ross Stripling because he's such a weenie. Shaking my head all this job blasphemy. I mean, I don't understand, Dan Brew. What are we watching? How can that be efficient basketball, what he's doing? He throws the ball to the wrong team half the time, or just like drives into a pile of like 6 guys and gets it swatted before it even gets like above his eye level. It's like, dude, you're not even thinking. You're just going psychopath and pretending you're Superman. I mean, that's not real. That's not an approach to basketball. Bivol might be worth a snake sprinkle against Canelo this weekend. He's huge. Huh. Astros going to hit. I have it at 140. Minus 140 is annoying. But yeah, I'd take it up to minus 150. Game 6 versus T-Wolves, he was so terrible. Yeah. I mean, he's been really bad for most of it, dude. Brock Dweek, every day, brother. When I'm not doing something like I really can't get out, whatever. I'm really trying to get a little better at being here every day. So I appreciate it, man. I hope everybody has an absolutely farfalle dia. Have a good one, guys.